What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm and do not forget to subscribe, y'all. So we're going to do a little bit of Shiba Inu technical analysis just to kind of show people where we are on the charts. Now remember, hit the like button. Let me give y'all a second to do that. If y'all really rocking with me, drop hashtag DDNation in the comment section. Now, take a look on the chart right now. We got SHIB at 507491, up about 2.4% for the day. Right now, market cap sitting at 4.42 billion. So we should have jumped up to around that 18th position, maybe even 17th position by market cap size. But take a look at what's playing out on the chart right now. So a few interesting things are taking place. Now, remember, technical analysis is open for interpretation. I just want to show y'all a few things that are playing out on the chart and let you, take that information, compile it with your information, and determine what's likely to happen next. So right now, we can see we got the Bollinger Bands up. We also have our VWAP up. And right now, taking a look at the price, we see a nice green candle forming on the day chart here. We did see this candle come up to test this resistance point here. And if we look at this resistance point that we're seeing right here in the chart, we can see that we're forming a pattern here. So to some, this might be a triple top pattern, but some might even say this could be a quadruple top pattern forming here because we do have 7 columns. So take a look at what's forming right here. We had that first run up to test this resistance point here, pull back, tested it again before pulling back, tested it again before pulling back, and notice it's holding along this support line right here, this trend line, making higher lows along the way. So pull back here for the 6th column, and then the 7th column here is basically reaching that same resistance point. So that's kind of 4 areas where the candles go up to that point of resistance. Now, some may call that a quadruple top, and when we get a quadruple top pattern forming, that is a bullish signal that could likely mean that there's a breakout to occur. Now, not financial advice, not saying that's what's going to happen, because this could just be a choppier triple top, and a triple top pattern could be bearish. If this was just 1, 2, 3, then that could signal that the price is likely going to break to the downside. But I think we can, count this as a second top forming right here, because there is a pullback before the price rebounded. And pay attention to this trend line that we see forming here. We see that right around this same range is, where usually we will see a breakout start to happen. So we got a few more days where it could play out like this before we actually determine what's likely to happen, or before we start to see what's likely. I keep saying likely, but before we see what plays out. So it's interesting because we are at a point where we're trading near that upper Bollinger Band, and that signals that the market may be overbought. So I'm kind of, I got indicators pointing in one direction right now, indicators also pointing in another direction. But with us being in the month of October, October, I think we might see some bullish sentiment around SHIB. Now, this candle is pretty bullish. You want to look at this candle size in comparison to the previous candles before it, and it's a lot more confidence in this candle here. That shows that more buyers took over during this time frame. And usually when we see that happen, we could likely get some support in that area because buyers are bullish and they're buying it up at that range. And we also can see there is an uptrend that we have going on right here. So could it break out at this range here? It's possible, depending on what the overall market conditions are looking like tomorrow. If we get really good news in the space, Bitcoin is doing really well, that overall crypto market cap increases, we might see these candles continue in the trend we're seeing. But remember, it could play around in this range here. I wouldn't be too worried unless I seen it break down below this support area here on this trend line. So also another thing that we can take a look at that is a bullish indicator is the price is trading above our VWAP. So if you see these 3 lines here, we got the blue line, the red line, and the lower blue line. So this upper blue line is the upper Bollinger Band. This red line here is the mid Bollinger Band. And this lower blue line here is called the lower Bollinger Band. Each one of these lines can act as a support and resistance area. So as we start to trade upwards, that upper Bollinger Band becomes a resistance point, meaning that the price is going to have some trouble breaking through that range. And as you see, the price started to move outside of this range above the upper Bollinger Band, and right in that range, traders began to sell it off. So that means, people are watching the charts, paying attention to what's going on, and that's exactly what happened. Now, this mid Bollinger Band, once price crosses above that, this can be used as a support line. So we do see support in this area. Once we crossed above it, you can see things turn bullish, and then we start seeing that selling pressure until we hit around this resistance point here. So if we could hold in this as long as we can hold above that 7309 range, we might bounce around right here. They might try to, if there's a fake out where, they try to shake people out by showing that, a red candle may start forming. I'm watching this area right here between 7309 and right around where we are now, give or take a little bit, 7491. So, the price could bounce around in this range. They try to stir up some emotions, get people, a little flustered in this range. And then I assume as we get closer to, this, the trend line, continue to move up, we might start to see a breakout towards, it could happen in either direction, but that's when we're likely to see this breakout. So I think we have one coming soon. Market sentiment is doing a little better. Fear and greed index was around, I believe, 46. Versus, last week it was at a 36. So, people are feeling a little bit better. And we do got positive sentiment with the Bitcoin ETF applications being processed or, reviewed right now. So a lot of people are speculating that eventually, by 2024, one of these applications will be improved. And that's just going to attract a lot more liquidity to the space. So some are saying the bottom is in. You never know, y'all. So remember, this is not financial advice. It's showing you what's, playing out on the charts. So Shiba Inu right now, again, at 507491. We got 24-hour volume, but this is just a decentralized side on here. 582,000, but that's not overall volume, y'all. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's all we got. Just want to give y'all a few pointers on what to watch for. Also remember, if the price starts to trade below the VWAP, you see if we zoom in even further, let me stretch it so y'all can see. So you notice this blue line right in here underneath the red line. That is our VWAP. So you notice right here, we started to wick above it. It pulled back some right here, and price started to trade above it at this level. And that's when we broke out. That's a sign for traders to usually go long. So there might be people, here waiting, expecting the price to continue to move up. So they're likely to hold in that range. It doesn't mean they will, because if we get some bad news in the market, people can get scared and jump out. But that's bullish. If we see the price cross below this VWAP, then, that can be a signal for traders to begin to short or, place those sell orders. So keep that in mind as well. But that's all we got for this video. Also, before we get out of here, just want to give y'all another look at Vegas Inu token. If you haven't heard about it, this is our first community project, y'all, where it's community driven. It's about all of us. The project is focusing on, join the Telegram if y'all want more information on that. Come give us a follow on Twitter at Vegas Inu token and join the Telegram. But y'all gonna like what y'all see in this project. The community is literally like a family. We're growing strong. Pre-sale has not started yet, and there's some interesting things you're gonna want to check out. But I want to leave a little meat on the bone, so y'all have to come over to the Telegram and do your own research like you should anyway. So again, that's at Vegas Inu token. I will link this in the description section of this video, y'all. We about to go crazy. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.